Hey, relocating to Seattle? Now, most families relocating to Seattle area make the same decision too fast. Now, they pick Seattle because it sounds exciting. And they spend the next 2 years wishing they had thought harder about the school boundaries, the commute, and what day-to-day life actually looks like with kids. Now, here's the honest truth. Seattle and the Eastside are two completely different lifestyle decisions. And the right answer for you and your family depends on three things specifically: where you work, what you need from schools, and how you want to spend your weekends. Now today, I'm breaking down the real comparison, no fluff, no real estate cheerleading, just brutal, honest truths that the families need to make the right call. So stick around, I've got some goodies at the end as well that you don't want to miss. Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group here. We are Seattle and Eastside Realtors. And our specialty is helping tech professionals and families relocate to this area. And this is the conversation that I have every single week with families trying to make this exact decision. So you'll find value. Hey, also, before we get into the insights, if you are relocating with kids and are trying to figure out which side of the lake is right for you and your family, let's connect and talk through your specific situation. Direct message me, text, or feel free to book into a no obligation, completely free 20-minute session in my calendar. And the links are in the description below. Now, I know the markets on both sides of the lake well, and let's make sure that you land at the right place, okay? Now, let's get into it. First, let's start with the thing that nobody says out loud. Now, most families who move to Seattle with kids eventually end up on the east side by the time their children reach elementary or middle school age. Now, this is not because Seattle is a bad city. It is genuinely a great city. But because the east side offers something that Seattle cannot consistently match, predictable school district performance tied directly to your home address makes the curve. Now, Seattle public schools use an open enrollment system. Now, your children are not automatically assigned to your neighborhood school, and the assignment depends on your specific address within the SPS boundary system. And popular schools are oversubscribed, and home, just about, say, 3 blocks from a highly rated elementary, might feed into a completely different school entirely depending on which side of the attendance boundary it sits on. Now, that uncertainty is absolutely real, and it changes the buying decision significantly for families as well with school-age children. So something for you to listen closely in on and pay attention. Now, on the east side, the picture is more straightforward. Bellevue School District and Lake Washington School Districts, which serve Redmond, Kirkland, and Sammamish, are both ranked in the top tier in Washington state with A+ ratings from Niche 2026 data. Now, Issaquah School District is also top ranked. So what does this mean for you? When you buy a home in these school districts, the school assignment is totally predictable and consistent across the school district. Now, that predictability is worth a significant premium for families, wouldn't you agree? And basically, it's reflected in the Eastside home prices as well. That's what I was trying to get at. So let's run the honest comparison across 4 factors that matter to most relocating families: schools, commute, home prices, and lifestyle, tying it all together. Now, on schools, the Eastside wins for consistency. Bellevue School District ranks first in Washington State in 2026. Lake Washington School District ranks 4th, and both are in the top 1% of Washington school districts for math and reading proficiency. Pretty cool. Now, Seattle's best school like Roosevelt, Ballard, Garfield Elementary are all genuinely excellent, but they require address level research. And popular schools are oversubscribed, as we saw before. Now, if school consistency is your non-negotiable, the east side is a clearer choice. Next, on commute. It entirely depends on where you work. Now, Amazon's primary Seattle presence is in South Lake Union. Now, if you're working in South Lake Union, living in Seattle, it cuts your commute time by roughly about 20 to 40 minutes by car, or under 20 minutes by light rail. Now, living on the east side means crossing the Lake Washington bridges on a daily basis, which in peak hours adds meaningful time. Now, Microsoft is in Redmond. If you are a Microsoft employee living in Redmond, Kirkland, or Sammamish, that puts you about 5 to 20 minutes from campus. Living on Seattle, on the other hand, means a 60-minute drive or a light rail ride, which the new Eastlink Cross Lake connection, which opened in March of this year, makes it more viable. However, you'll have to take and plan for those times accordingly. Now, the single most important commute rule in this market is live on the same side of Lake Washington as your office, and it'll help you big time, avoiding Seattle traffic, which is getting brutal by the week, if not by the day. Then on to home prices. Seattle is more affordable than the east side. at the median level, but not dramatically. Seattle's typical home value sits around $850,000 per Zillow and Redmond, and the Eastside median is significantly higher. Bellevue is around $1.5 million and Kirkland around $1.13 million to $1.22 million. And Redmond is not far behind too. That's it. At Seattle's top family neighborhoods like Green Lake, Magnolia, Queen Anne, and Ravenna, you're paying about $1.2 to $1.6 million for a comparable home. Now at that price point, Kirkland actually delivers more house and a better school district guarantee. Also, the added perk is you get a walkable waterfront downtown as well. How cool. After looking at schools, let's move to lifestyle. This is where it gets personal. Now, Seattle has energy, culture, restaurants, and neighborhoods with genuine character, and that kind of urban texture that is hard to replicate. And Capitol Hill, Ballard, Queen Anne, Fremont are all real neighborhoods with identity. Contrasted to the East Side. East Side is much quieter, more suburban, more trail-focused, and more family-oriented as well in its daily rhythm. Now, neither is objectively better. They're different, just that. And the families who are the happiest are the ones who are honest with themselves about which version of daily life actually fitted them, not the one that sounds better at a dinner party. So do your due diligence and research. Also, here's a pattern that I see most often. Younger couples with kids often prefer Seattle. And once kids arrive, especially once they attain school age, many families start moving towards the east. Now, Kirkland in particular has emerged as a sweet spot. It has genuine downtown, on the water, and a walkable village feel, Lake Washington beach access, strong schools through Lake Washington School District, and a price point that is meaningful, delivering Eastside quality of life. So after looking at those parameters, here is the honest summary. If you work in Seattle and value the urban energy, walkability, and neighborhood character, Seattle's top family neighborhoods are genuinely excellent options. Now, if you work on the East Side, have school-age children, or prioritize predictable school district performance, the East Side would be your reliable choice. And if you want the best of both, walkable downtown lake access, strong schools, and East Side quality of life at a price point below Bellevue, Kirkland's worth a serious look. After that, here are those goodies that I promised you at the beginning of this video. Now direct message me the word family and I will send you our Seattle versus East Side family comparison guide. It'll contain a school district map, price comparison by city, and commute zone breakdown. It's all absolutely free, no strings attached, no obligation either. You'll just find total value with it. Just feel free to hit me up and I'll send it to you. Hey, also, if you found value in this video, give it a like. Share it with any family who's trying to make this exact decision, and this might be the honest guide that they need before they commit. And I've included my contact information in the description below. Feel free to hit me up. I'm happy to chat. You take care. I'll catch you in the next one.